Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to a brand new episode of the East Lake Animal Education Centre. We are kicking things off fairly quickly, apparently. I hope this isn't making anyone motion sick. It's probably a bit too quick. We're kicking things off with some additional habitats. And this one here, we're doing for the reindeer. How have you all been? I hope you've been well. Apologies, it's been a bit of a time since the last episode. I've been very busy. But we're here now. And what I'm constructing here is a simple habitat with enough room for most of the smaller animals, and it's called the hexagon. No, it's not. It's called the octagon. I've miscounted my sides. It's called the octagon. It's based on a series of enclosures at Filey Bird Garden and Wildlife Park. And they are hexagons in that one. This one's obviously an octagon. But no, they are hexagons in that one. And it's just a really nice sort of simple design. It gives the animals enough rooms, plenty of viewing opportunities, and it just addresses the absolute basic needs of the animal. And I think fundamentally that's what I want to do at this point, because we are now building with money, so we want something that's as cheap yet effective as possible. We do run into some money issues at some point. Anyway, so the animals I've chosen are the 9-banded armadillo, the common raccoon, the Arctic fox, the striped skunk, the red fox, the European badger, and of course the reindeer. Have I missed anything off that list? I don't think so. So those are the first sort of lots, if you like, the first sort of lot of animals what we'll be building for. But obviously we need to be financially viable first before we begin building for them. And we're going to start with the temperate trail, I think I'm going to call it. And essentially that's just going to be your European and North American animals that live in sort of temperate, maybe tundra-ish, taiga environments. So temperate taiga rather, that sort of habitat with a temperate trail. So we're going to build that, and we've also got some generic zoo buildings, so like a reptile house, a butterfly house, a bat house, stuff like that. But yeah, that's essentially the plan moving forward. So putting the hexagons in and doing the path, running it along the side, and I think this one I keep where it is, and then the rest of them go along the back. Yes, like that. And then there's one at the side for the raccoons as well. So I do go back. We obviously don't need the side viewing windows at this point, so I get rid of the viewing windows on the side and just keep the front viewing window. Yep, that's the one for the raccoons. So yeah, I just go in and rework as needed. And just pull that forward, stuff like that. Yeah, it's really simple sort of stuff. Anyway, what's been happening in the world of Planet Zoo? Lots of layoffs over at Frontier, and we are getting a live stream. At the time of recording this, it hasn't come out yet, the live stream. By the time this episode does come out, it may already be that the live stream's been and gone. But we are getting a live stream from Frontier, called Frontier Unlocked, I think it is. The first of its kind. We've never had anything like it before. And it's going to tell us what's sort of ahead for the studio. And part of that is Planet Zoo, of course. So we'll find out some more information there. A sort of document announcement thing was circulated, and it was revealed that there's at least one more DLC for Planet Zoo. And I say at least because it is just, you know, that one that's been confirmed. That's not to say that others won't be coming. It's just that we're definitely getting one more at a minimum. Maybe more, but definitely just the one as a certainty. What this DLC will be, no idea. I don't think they'll reveal it in the live stream either. I think we'll probably just get maybe a look at what's coming in the next update and some news about the future of Planet Zoo, things like that. So I will tune into that live stream if I can. I can't remember what time it starts. I seem to recall it starts an hour before I finish work, so I might be quite late to that one, unfortunately. But I will watch it, definitely. So this area then, I have no idea why it's stopped on the screen. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be for the raccoon, this enclosure, and I'll talk about the raccoons a little bit more a little bit later in the video, but it could be quite problematic having raccoons, actually. That's all I will say. But we are having them. I want them here, so we will have them. So yeah, the whole point of this is just to get some new species in that are sort of relatively easy to manage and relatively cheap to care for. And that's why we've gone for the raccoons, the 9-banded armadillos, the striped skunks, the Arctic foxes, the red foxes, and the European badgers. And the reindeers, of course. Yeah, I put most of the time and effort into the raccoon habitat just because it's so close to the external perimeter fence. I wanted to block that view as best as possible. So I spend a lot of time with the planting here, and the money does fluctuate a fair bit, unfortunately. By the time we get to the live section, I will have generated a little bit of money, but then we are back in decline. So the next few episodes is probably going to be quite a fine balancing act between building and making a profit. It might be that we need to pay a little bit closer attention to what we're buying and when. Okay, that's the end of the speed buildy stuff. I will see you all in the live section. So welcome to the live section, my friends. Bit of a disjointed episode, this one, I will be honest. I started recording all the speed build stuff. That was before Christmas, I think. Christmas 2023. We're now sort of nearly the end of January 2024. So the things that I was going to talk about have obviously changed, but we've made it to the end of the episode, thankfully. It is a short one, once I've condensed everything down. But the time has come to open the East Lake Animal Education Centre to the public, and we can start getting some money in and breeding some animals, and we can, or I can, begin planning out the first proper habitats. So we've got our little sort of entrance fountain thing here. This isn't necessarily going to stay. Obviously we are starting off as sort of an eco-friendly but relatively low budget sort of education centre based on small collections and low budget zoos and things like that. But yeah, we're doing all right. So let's hit play and open the zoo. We're open. We are losing a staggering amount of money. Hopefully that will soon be rectified. And we shall wait for our first guests to come through the gates to the East Lake Animal Education Centre. he says. We are still losing money. And I'm not seeing any guests. But they are coming through somewhere. Oh, there's some. And the rest are all down here. They're going to slowly start making their way over to the entrance. I don't know why they've gone for them. Because we have these ones here. Ah. Are they not spawners? Let me just... Guess spawner. Zoo coach entrance. Ferry entrance. Zoo entrance. Let me just try something. I thought these were spawners. But if they're entrances, then we can't really use them. It says no zoo entrance nearby. Guests may have to walk a long way, blah 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 blah. Well, we have guests. Who are you? Chiara Tirol. Robin Andrew. Jordan Dove. Yeah, their education's not going to be great at the moment, admittedly. We have our first guests. Here we go. There's a group of unruly teenagers. What have I set the prices at, actually? Oh, it's free. Let's change that. Let's go for 12 for an adult and 8 for a child. So there we go. We've got guests. Let's see, we've got Charity Roll and Professor Fart Sparkles are our special guests. So yep, we've got guests sort of dispersing through now. Let's just speed up time a little bit to make sure they can navigate everything. As they've gone back in. Oh, for the bin, right. So yeah, we've got some guests trickling in. It's all looking good at the moment. Anybody using the gift shop yet? Doesn't look like it. Maybe these will. Many guests think tickets are underpriced. Right, let's go ahead and change that then. So I'm gonna make this 20 and we'll make that 18 and then we can scale back from there if necessary. What have we got? So conservation rating's pretty low. Education rating's pretty low. Everything else is sort of alright. Hunger and thirst, sort of orange. Education red. Why aren't guests going in here? Please go in the gift shop. Why aren't you going in the gift shop? Right, what is happening here? They're sort of actively avoiding the gift shop. Is it the doors? Let's see if it's the doors. Yep. Can always put the doors back in at a later point. And it's definitely connected up. Or is it? It has to be, because the vendor's got in here. I'm doing 2 people's work here. It's unlikely, Ruben. Right, let's snag some guests, 'cause I just want to try something. Go in the gift shop. Huh. I mean, it might be that the gift shop's not connected. Is that it? Let's get rid of these. I'll have to get rid of that one as well. And get rid of them. And what did I want? Angle snap. Right, so that's now connected. Are we going to get some guests coming over now? Right, so the vendor is in. Yeah, I guess it just wasn't connected. Then again, the vendors are getting in and out. It's just the guests aren't really bothered. Right. What can we do here? Absolutely fine. Not absolutely fine. I'm going to be a bit sneaky. We're just going to use the free build mod to cover that area. And hopefully it's now going to work as intended and I can put the doors back in at a later date. We are heaving with guests right now. It's just the education, what's a bit low really. But we are absolutely heaving with guests. So I'll show you what animals I ended up putting in. So we've got raccoons in this one. We can slow it down a bit. And they have already actually had babies, which is great news, because that means when we move them into their permanent habitat, there's going to be a lot of raccoons in there. Now, I am at a bit of a crossroads with the raccoons. So you can't actually breed raccoons in the United Kingdom. They're classed as an invasive species, and I think they're classed as a Category 1 invasive species, which means if they were to get into the wild, not only would they survive, they would destroy local ecosystems. So they would eat bird eggs and plants and things like that. So you're not allowed to breed them in the UK. So the zoos and wildlife parks and animal collections that have raccoons in the UK, once they're gone, that's it, they're gone, which is really, really sad because raccoons are great. You're also not allowed to educate the public about raccoons. So I've got obviously the educational boards and then this keeper talk. So we might need to remove the keeper talk. Or do I say, okay, we'll disregard that and we'll have breeding raccoons? Because we are based in the UK for East Lake Animal Education Centre, and it's going to be as realistic as possible. So I'm just a bit confused about that one. Well, not confused, I understand it, but I'm conflicted on that one. Do I not breed the raccoons? Because that's how it is in the UK. Or do I allow them to breed? But then once they're gone, they're gone. But I do want raccoons. I don't know. Anyway, striped skunk is up next. If you can find any. I saw them a minute ago. Here's one who's expecting offspring. And the male will be out here somewhere. I usually see him having a little wander around the bushes. There he is. Zotom. Then we've got our Arctic foxes. I think we have 2. Here's one, which is unique. And Tukotok is our other one, just there. Then we have our 9-banded armadillos. I don't think I've ever seen them out and about. Yep, I can't see them out and about. Oh, there's one. Hidden behind the barrel. You sneakies. So we've got Susanna. And... can't see the male, so... oh, we've only got Susanna at the moment. Didn't manage to get a male. And then in this end one here... end 2, sorry. We've got the European badger, which we're lucky enough to see Leona here, and she's in with Mike. And I haven't put any bedding in here just because, you know, they do prefer the burrows. And then this last one, we've got the red fox. And they're probably in the burrows. Yeah, they're in there. So we've got Susanna and Jessamy. We've got 2 girls in our red fox habitat. And then behind them we've got this empty habitat. This is for a future species. Or 2. And then we've got our reindeer, which are proving to be rather popular. And then we've got the peafowl next to them, all males of course. Then we have our emu and wallaby over here. They're doing okay actually. I have... what's your problem, sunshine? Oh, there we go, that's why. So they can now breed. Got our fallow deer here, of course. I think we just have females at the minute, yep. So we'll need a male for some... we'll need a male for them at some point. And then we've got our llamas, which should all be girls, yeah. So that's our starting selection. So once we're in the green, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the bottom of the screen whilst I've been doing this, but we're fluctuating a little bit with the finances, so we're losing money, but that profit is slowly rising, but it is fluctuating about the -2, -3,000 mark. So once we get some more money coming in and we're in the green, we're going to start with our sort of generic, I'm going to call it, generic zoo buildings. So we're going to have a reptile house, and I'm thinking we're going to put that in this space somewhere, and that's going to have, you know, the tortoises. No, it's not going to have the tortoises actually, it's going to have the Herman's tortoise, but not the Aldabra or the Galapagos. It's going to have the Nile monitor, the Asian water monitor, all the frogs, all the snakes, all the exhibit animals essentially. That's all going to be in one building. Then we're going to have the bat house, that's going to be a separate building. And then a butterfly house as well, and that's going to be a separate building. And then once those are done, we'll then start with our themed areas. And the first theme I'm going to go for, in case you can't tell from the animal selection, is the temperate forests. So we're going to go for European and North American sort of animals. Badger, fox, reindeer, skunk, Arctic fox, raccoon, fallow deer, red deer. What other animals are there? Let's go for temperate. Let's go for Europe and North America. American alligators, they're going to be in the reptile house. The coloured peccary is another one. We're not putting the capuchin in that area. The cougar will be another one for the temperate forest. The Eurasian lynx will be another one. Not the jaguar. I haven't decided on the pronghorn yet. That might be one for you guys. The wild boar, that's going to be. The wazan, that's going to be. So yeah, we've got a lot to work with, but of course we do have some of the animals already. And then once we move those animals over into their first iteration of their permanent habitat, we'll get some other animals in to fill these, and we'll continue cycling it over that way until, of course, we do need to build in this direction, at which point we'll have to knock some of these down. So just as a reminder, in case you forgot or you're new to this series, essentially each habitat for most instances will have 3 iterations. So it will have its initial iteration in which it is just to contain the animal and it meets its needs, and that's that. So these are the sort of habitats you're looking at now. Then the second iteration of the habitat will be in its permanent location. So obviously these animals aren't going to stay here. So it'll be in its permanent location, but it's again just the minimum sort of needs for the animal are being met, and sort of a little bit of planting and rock work. And then the third iteration, same location, but that would be the finished article. So proper planting, fully established, all the enrichment, the animals are 100% happy, and that will be the final iteration of that habitat. That's how I'm going to do things, so we can keep our finances sort of ticking over quite nicely. No one's using the gift shop yet, which is slightly alarming because it is quite a large footprint. Where are these people going? Well, you're not going to go there anymore. I want you to go into the gift shop. No, they don't want to go into the gift shop. I don't know why the guests are avoiding the gift shop. We'll keep an eye on that and try to figure it out. So our profit's actually fallen now. We're losing 6,000. Partly due to ongoing expenses. Marketing, we can cancel that. So we won't renew it. We'll allow it to run for this year, but we'll cancel it. Facility running costs, that's going down. Scenery running costs, that's no, facility running costs is going up, sorry. Scenery running costs is going up. Staff wages takes out the biggest chunk though. Is there any staff that I can get rid of? You. Two educators, one mechanic, and the caretakers. What do you mean you're idle? Well, don't be idle. Do something. Right, you're fired. There's quite a lot of caretakers that are idle. Why are you idle? Let's get you back out. you're fired. If you're idle, you're fired. We need to reclaim some money. See, a lot of them have quite a low workload, so let's get rid of these two. And that would leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Let's fire them too. And the vendors. It's a high workload, and those 3. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing. Let's get rid of them. Now those with low workload, but they aren't idle. That should start to change. Right, let me have a look at these work zones and see what's happening here. Right, work zone 1. No habitats, no buildings, no staff rooms. Right. Let's change that. So that's work zone 1, and we shall call it entrance. And then what we can do is we will go and assign our vendors. They're all going to be work zone 1. Oops. So, entrance, yep. So that's all the vendors assigned. The caretakers, I'm just going to let them wander. The keepers don't need a work zone at the moment. The vets don't need a work zone at the moment. The mechanic doesn't need a work zone at the moment. The educators don't need a work zone at the moment. So we're good. Hopefully we should now start to get some money. See, we're worse off now. I forgot to put benches in. That might be a good thing. I'm just going to pop some... Let's turn free build off for this. It's one of the few instances where free build isn't going to be needed. Pop some benches down. Just so people have somewhere to sit. Which is looking like they need it. I'm just going to do that around the outside. Near the bins. And yeah, maybe some back here. Oops, why aren't you snapping? There we go. Oh, no. Yeah, sitting under the tree is quite nice. Pop some in there. And again along here. Don't really want to block the view too much, but we can definitely squeeze some benches into these busier areas. I think that's necessary. And then what we can probably also do, to be fair, is if didn't really want to spend any more money, but I'm gonna have to, I think. Let's use the grass path, just because I want to. And free build need to be on for that? Apparently it does. And then what we can do here is let's turn free build off again. They'll snap along there. And then we can put some tables in here. Some bigger tables. That don't look too bad. And again. Hopefully this will address some of the main concerns. Hopefully. Nice little benches around here. And yeah. No, we can definitely put some benches in around here. Couple there and a couple there, and there's none down here, so some in here as well. Not what I wanted. Right, let's see how we're doing now. So what's their main issue? Energy and thirst. Our profit is still non-existent, essentially. I'm just going to monitor it for a little bit to see if it's going up or down. It's sort of hovering, which isn't a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So I think what I might do is, obviously, thirst and hunger are issues. So there are a couple of areas where I could sneak in some sort of snack shack. Yeah, just be doing it in a way that's as low cost as possible. We've got those vans though, haven't we? Let's see if I can do that. It's not ideal, but yeah, we'll where are we wanting to be? Guest facilities, drinks, and the food truck. Free build and angle snap on. So I'm going to put one in there. Have I got random rotation turned on? I have. That'll be from Dunswell Zoo. So it's not ideal. I don't really like these trucks. But it is going to mean... Do you know what? It'd probably be cheaper to build it from scratch. They're 500. Let's just throw something together really quick. And I bet it's going to be cheaper. Let's turn our blueprint off. And what do we want? We want really cheap material. 3D printed stuff's pretty cheap. Yeah, let's go for this. So let's go for 3. I've gone wrong already. Let's go for 3. And let's put a 2 there, 2 there, and then let's get the sloped roof. sloped roof. And then just put a floor in, because I'm not a monster. I'm not going to make them stand on just grass. Bish bash bosh. And then let's get a roof in. Just something really cheap. Now, do I want to go for metal clad? What other options do we have? We got the wood. Asphalt's pretty cheap. That's $5. I'm going to say pounds from now on because it's in the UK. That's £5. That's 10 for the metal clad. There's vertical wood. That's 10. So we'll go for the one that was 5. The asphalt. Yeah, because these are only temporary structures. Don't want to be spending too much on them. Really. And let's then put some stuff on. Why aren't you snapping? Really annoying. It's not snapping to the end. Oh, that might be why. There we go. Tell you what we'll do. Little trick that I learned. There we go. And then what we can go ahead and do is we can put the... I don't necessarily want to go for the full shops, but they want drink. So we'll go drink. Drink. We've got 2 drinks and a food, I think. We've got milkshake, smoothies. Let's go for a juice. A little bit of juice. And let's go for a food. Just chips. And then what we can then do is go ahead and shift this back. Like so. And then if we turn free build off and turn it onto this, then it'll snap alongside like that, which is exactly what we want. And then I'm just going to put 2 bins in. And I think we should maybe put another one here at some point, but for now I think it's alright. You know, when we get some vendors down here, oops, that'll change things. Where are the vendors over there anyway? Let's go to our staff. Vendors, where are you? Put you on the entrance. Once you're free, count to 1. No, you can come over here. Pip shop juice counter 1. Save you a journey, you can come over here. one, wasn't it? So we'll go no work zone. We'll go for Althea. Aletha. And she's just ruining the entire thing, but okay. And they're going to be quite tired, so we'll need to build a staff room. So if I can use one of the pre-made staff rooms, that's going to be a damn sight easier. But I want the cheapest one possible. Got 2,000 there. 2,600. 2,900. 2,400. That's the cheapest so far. 2,490. 2,410. That's the cheapest one. And I think what we'll do is we'll actually stick it just there. And we'll see if we've got any staff. Who are you? Colin Mayfield. You can work over here, Colin. This is where you work now. And I need to change your work zone, don't I? Yep. You work here now, Colin. So yeah, hopefully that's gonna bring most things back into the green. Marketing still just over 1/2 a star. Conservation rating's 1.5 star. So we definitely need to work on our conservation, and we definitely need to work on our marketing, as well as making sure guests are happy, not tired, not hungry, not thirsty, and well educated. Finances, we are now heading back down. We're fluctuating between 8 and 9. Yeah. In fact, you know what we might do just before I finish? The little cameras that you can add. The habitat cameras. Where are they? There they are. Habitat webcam. I think they count towards marketing. So what I'm going to do is we'll put one there. Oops. We'll put one there. Ah, look at the Arctic foxes. They're so cute. Nah. The Arctic foxes, we'll put one on that tree there. Baby skunks. Yeah. The skunks, we will put that there, because then it's looking at the enrichment. Raccoons is going to be a tricky one, because they'll just destroy it. I'm going to put it on this tree here. Wallabies and emus, nah, I don't think we'll put one in there. The badger's got one, the fox hasn't. Aha, there's a fox just emerging from the burrow there. So if we put a habitat camera here, and then just angle it slightly, that's going to work quite well, I think. Has that changed anything? Yeah, our marketing's now 1.5 stars. So I think we'll go and do that moving forward. We'll make sure to add cameras to all the habitats. I think that was ZHS Players what told me that trick, so thank you for that. Conservation rating still only 1.5. And profit's still falling. Right, so next time we need to work on generating a profit. We need to work on improving the guest experience, and we need to work on conservation. So we'll see what we manage to get done next time. When that next episode will be, I don't know. I am extremely busy at the minute, obviously balancing work, my social life, and then Planet Zoo, 2 series on Planet Zoo, those being Dunswell Zoo and Eastlake. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time, so I don't know when the next episode will be, unfortunately. However, there will be another episode, that much I can say for certain. So, without any further delay then, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and helps the channel grow. That can only be a good thing. You can find me on Instagram at jw_yt, and you can also find my wildlife photography on Instagram at jw_wildlife photography. I'm quite active on that one now. I'm posting something every day. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay kind. We have guests going into the gift shop rather, so that's pretty interesting. I'll keep my eye on that. Yeah, just stay safe, enjoy life, enjoy your time, and I shall see you all in the next episode, whether that be Eastlake or Dunswell Zoo. I will see you then. Thank you very much for watching, my friends. Take care, and bye-bye for now.
Come on, so, hoe koud de vloer.